Any information. Good morning, Brent. I'm at Parcaut here with Mike Kelly, and we're Real Estate Jerky Daily.
I just learned something new.
Yeah, we were talking about
The chat guy.
Chat GPT, that if you don't go in there and adjust it, okay.
Squirrel?
Squirrel? No, I got to talk to this guy because now he wants to up it to $300 a month. No.
New landscaper.
Yeah. All right, where was I? ChatGPT, that if you don't go in there and tell it not to show your information to everybody, it will show your everything that you use as a chat, checks or whatever. So if you're using it for company stuff like emails and other stuff,
it'll share everything.
Oh, I get it. Now I read it wrong. That's the English issue. Then it's only $300 for the 2 months. Got to move on.
Yeah,
you can't run a show and read text at the
double
same time.
read it because you almost fired that guy.
You fired him. I brought him back. What are you talking about?
There you go. I'm the nicer, gentler. No, wait, I would be the bad guy.
Well, that's like my old business partner. Everybody thought I was the what, and he was the that.
Oh, he was the what?
Yeah, but I'd have to, because he couldn't tell people. I would just tell people.
So you would just tell people.
And I was a nice guy. He was just a jerk.
He was the jerk.
But everybody thought I was the jerk.
Oh.
Well, technically, I am only today the jerk,
because you're your own employer. You're the one guy.
All right, what do you got going on?
Jerk. What do you got going on? You want me to share this stuff first?
Yeah, that's you do real estate. Okay. I talk first all the time.
Yeah. Okay, I talk now. Oh, look, we've got a big increase in listings in Stanislaus County, 857.
Is that big?
Yeah, that's up about 102.
Okay. That's just because the pendings dropped.
Look, 295. We were no longer in the 300s.
That's right. So
we're eking at it.
The 100's still inactive.
Yeah. So this has been a full 6 months, right? 1642 closed transactions.
I don't have a calculator over here.
I got a calculator right
standing over there earlier.
Clear 1642 divided by 6 equals. We're creeping on up. We actually dropped a little bit. 273 properties per day.
I think we were
at 278.
Oh,
okay, 273 now. Yeah. So as the end of the year is approaching, which after 4th of July, it's here like in a week and a half, and we're increasing our sales per day. That's kind of cool.
Well, that's good, because there's nothing wrong, and we need more listings. They say for the next 2 weeks it's going to be slower. Because of people on vacation and other stuff, and then just this time of year, kind of how that works.
Yep.
So if you're thinking about buying a house, now would be a good time to look at it, because there's less people looking right now.
Fewer people to compete with.
That's just like in December.
Yeah.
Like when we tell people, the best time to buy is.
How many days in December is the best
days in the United States? I mean, in the year, 6 or 7 are in December.
Yeah.
And the best day is right after Christmas.
The 26th.
All right. So what do we have today? Where's the Dow at? I can't see at this moment.
Let me look.
It's not up on my screen over there. But I will say that we had some good news come out, and we also had, and it's kind of mixed right now.
So what did happen with the big, beautiful bill? Did it pass the Senate and now it's back in the House again?
But they needed the vice president to make the vote.
The last vote because of Lisa Murdoch or whatever the hell her name is.
85% of that bill is supposedly the House bill, and the rest of it is what the Senate had
already passed it.
And everybody in the House is going, I ain't voting for that.
Anyway, the Dow's up and the S&P is up.
So we actually went the opposite way because it was down earlier today.
Okay.
All right. So what happened is, and the rates are about 3 basis points worse, and the 10-year sitting at 4.28. All right. So what happened today? The ADP employment report came out, and instead of showing an increase of 95,000 jobs, it had a loss of 33,000 jobs.
What?
Yeah, complete opposite.
Wow.
Yeah, it's opposite day, according to my kids.
Oh, I love that song. Opposites.
Yeah, May data was also revised downward from plus 37,000 to plus 29,000. This unexpected decline raised concerns about the strength of the labor market and could increase speculation around potential Fed cuts if weakness continues. So what they're saying about the Fed cuts is the fact that it's going to depend on what's tomorrow? BLS.
Third.
No, I mean, what's coming out? BLS is tomorrow.
Yep.
And they're going to look at that to see where that is.
Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Yeah, that's going to come out tomorrow. So they're going to look at to see where that is and what's happening overall, and if it still shows a decrease, and they're going to look at that, and then eventually with the bill being passed, and then the tariffs, they think there's going to be a double, like Christmas in July. So they think they're going to get a Fed rate cut in July,
Christmas in July,
because of the other two things that I just talked about.
Right. So you're still thinking had in the back of your mind almost all year so far is July.
Not all year, in the last 45 days.
Okay.
30
July
days.
15th is going to be a good day. You're still thinking that, right?
I'm hoping that it will be, because it's all going to depend on the biggest joke that we have in the House, right? I mean, the bill in the House, not a joke, but just the bill in the House that's happening right now, to see if it gets passed. Supposedly it was supposed to be done by July 4th. The question is, it's going to depend on how, what they can get done in the next 2 days. Otherwise it's going to be pushed, and then that 15th might then be the next week.
Yeah. But
I still think July is what we're going to see, and I'm thinking by the end of the year we're going to have lower rates than we thought we were going to have.
Look at this.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'm still waiting for those people who said rates were going to be 5.5 2 years ago. All those loan officers and people's sales meetings. That's why they might not be the best people to have in your sales meetings.
Yeah, truthfully, I have not heard that in any sales meeting, so that's a good thing.
Yeah,
Well,
people thought it was going to get down there, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Mortgage applications came out for last week. They showed overall applications rose almost 3%, 2.7%.
Wow.
Purchase application were up 1/10 for the week, but a solid 16% increase year over year. I love these. Was that adjectives?
Yeah.
I was never good
at
English.
They're
English
modifiers.
Okay, whatever. Thank you. Thank you for that, Mr. I
don't know anything in English.
Yeah.
Although I do remember walking into a class the beginning of the school year, and these two girls went, "Oh shit," and I went, "What?" And they said, "Oh, if you're in here, that means we're in the smart English class."
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, don't.
Refinance applications jumped 7% on the week, and now are 40% higher than this time last year. That really doesn't mean anything, because I had clients come out, let me know when it gets low enough so I can get rid of this equity line, or I can do this, or I can do that. There's a lot of people wanting that, and I get it. But, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
I just focus on trying to survive until 29.
Is that the day? Is that the year you retire?
No, that was the last couple of years. They were like, survive till 25.
Oh, yeah. Now 29 rhymes with survive.
I don't think so, but it just worked for me at that moment.
Yeah, it works pretty good.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? You're just going to keep plugging away. That is a great picture. Yeah, sorry.
You still like those pictures over there.
Whoever the photographers are that does this is really good.
Well, speaking of Microsoft, they just laid off 9,000 people.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
With mortgage rates easing, will the summer housing market heat up?
Where did you just read that?
Housing Wire.
Okay, so Housing Wire thinks that the mortgage rates are easing.
Yeah, well, they're easing compared to where they were.
Yeah,
not like they're down a little bit, but not like majorly. We're not like conventional 6%.
It does seem to be fairly stable, though.
Well, yeah, they're not high fluctuations in the actual rates going up and down, going up there. What happens is they go up and stay there for a while, and then slowly go down and stay there for a while, and then go back up. And
you don't get an alert to lock.
Yeah, I haven't had one for a week or so, 2 weeks.
Oh,
yeah, so they're there. It's just we're not like telling everybody. I think what happened is there's less loan officers trying to throw all that information out there, trying to be, hey, I'm relevant, I'm right here.
They're back at Save Mart. Hey, I'm a checker.
Paper or plastic?
Yeah. Are they charging for bags again?
Yes, they are. Of course, California.
Yeah, bastards.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like you go other places. Like, yeah, I'll take as many bags as you can give me. Thanks.
Yeah. How do you get ahead in California? Call Kamala.
That was bad. Yeah.
Just came to me. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said.
All right, move on.
I'm running for governor.
Before you get in trouble.
Yeah.
So I mean, the biggest thing that we're looking at is going forward is what's going on with the Fed and what they're going to do. I think they're going to be pushed into making rates drops. And again, that's not going to affect
the long-term
rates. That's going to affect short-term rates. The last time they lowered in September of last year, what happened to long-term rates there?
They went up, man.
That's right.
And you had people that were waiting.
I kept telling them, don't do it.
Yeah. And you had some lucky few, probably 5 or 7.
No, that, more than that, but anyway,
you refied and you saved them a lot of money.
No, I did a lot that month, so I was like, okay,
this is pretty cool. I'm not kicking ass.
I'm doing great, and I have enough to get through till the first of the year.
There you go.
Yeah, cool. And that's all. It's, that's the thing about this is you got to save your money. You can't be, spending your commission before it closes.
Yeah, I missed the years that I was able to defer commission to the first of the year.
Because you made so much?
Well, yeah, I had enough to live on, and like, I don't need that. Just pay me in January.
And they're like,
it's not this year. This year is not going to be that. And I'm working hard, but I guess I'm not working smart enough.
All right. So we're here tomorrow, but we're not here Friday and into next week. So we'll still be on the weekend, though. We'll have the radio show on the weekend, but we're not here on Friday because it's July 4th.
It's July 4th on the Friday.
Did you hear that there's a bunch of people trying to tell you not to celebrate July 4th because why are you proud of this country the way things are?
Who the hell is that? The illegals that are getting deported?
Yeah. Well, no, some other people, some NGO that's getting paid.
Oh.
All those people who've been protesting are getting paid.
Soros is just writing checks left and right.
Well, when the FBI said we're going to investigate who's paying for that, and the IRS did, all of a sudden it slowed down.
Yeah, because the DNC is getting caught, and so is Soros.
Yeah.
So,
P. Diddy guilty.
P. Diddy, is that the verdict?
Yeah, he was guilty on 2 things. So you'll have to figure out. I don't know what his sentencing is. He didn't get racketeering. He didn't get the trafficking her across his girlfriend, but he got on the other counts guilty. I guess there's 2 of them. Yeah. I didn't follow the whole thing. I was just over there doing podcasting stuff, and it was on the screen, and it came across because.
Well, and I didn't follow this either, but I guess Indiana Fever won the Commissioner's Cup.
Really?
Last night. Yeah, I saw him lift up a trophy.
The horse lifted up a trophy.
The Indiana Fever horse lifted up a trophy.
That was funny. That's amazing. I've seen him kick a trophy, but
or a dog, or
I've seen him stand on the Democratic platform before.
Who? The Fever? The horses.
Ronald Reagan, you sent me the other day.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, that was good. Though it was a whole series. It just kept coming in.
No, I only got one. It was talking about the guy out on the farmers had to stand on some couch.
He was a Republican,
and he's like, I've never just had to stand on a Democratic platform before.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I was like, hey, so did you know that Trump is actually thought of better than Reagan right now? He's better than Reagan was in his first term, and Reagan was coming off of what he came off of. So, again, it's only been 6 months,
right?
It seems like forever.
Well, it's in the news like every 20 seconds.
Well, it's just all the different things
to rip them apart.
I know all the different things he's doing to help us, and that's important. And I still think the whole Elon and him fight is all just show,
staged.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's the show so the Democrats will, do
back off on destroying his car dealership
and other stuff.
Yeah, and other things.
Yeah, I think it's all show because just the stuff that how Trump is. He just throws.
He's a chess player.
Yeah,
he doesn't play checkers.
Nope. All right, let's call it a day.
They're sanding the wall.
They can't hear it, so yeah.
Anyway, it's a day.
It's.
I just called it.
He plays chess when they're playing Connect 4.
Or ring toss.
Or actually, they're more of the yard darts.
Yeah. And they throw them up in the air, go like this.
Yeah, where'd it go? Oh, Johnny got it.
Got it. You're not supposed to catch those with your head.
Yeah, everybody
make it a great day. You know what?
See you tomorrow.
One more day, we'll see you, and then it's going to be the 4th of July.